Hey folks, okay, so this is my 2019 SV650X. I have done some of the minor safety mods, including these T-Rex sliders. Big fan of those. Obviously, if you've got a larger surface area to slide on, that's better than just having a circle peg. Less likely to make the bike jitter back and forth if you do manage to slide it, especially at the track. I got these snakeskin pads, absolutely love them. Even just running your finger across them, you feel how much grip that you get on them. The other thing, which is the main reason for this video, is the exhaust. I started looking for exhaust for this bike, and all of the big name brand exhausts ranged anywhere from like $219 to like $700. And I really didn't feel like dropping that much money, especially on most of these exhausts that I see. I didn't like the look of them, the aesthetic. The funny thing is, the ones that I liked all looked like this. Like, here's my hand for a reference. I like this tiny exhaust. I think it goes good with the whole cafe racer look that the bike has. Here's a better view. I got that on Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description. I got that on Amazon for $34. It had, like, if I remember right, like 2,000 reviews on it. So I was like, well, you know, if it's going to catch on fire or something, then it wouldn't have that many reviews. What is it, 4.5 stars or something? It only comes with the muffler, the mounting hardware, and the silencer. Now, you'll have to get the link pipe. Finding that is a complete nightmare for this bike. There's really only one place I found. It was on Amazon as well, that carries a stainless steel one, but it's coming all the way from China, so you're going to be waiting like a month before you get it. I did order that. I'm still waiting on it. I'm impatient. So I actually went over to AutoZone, of all places, got a 2-inch to 2-inch, obviously bent pipe, and then I got a 2-inch to 1.5-inch adapter to connect it to the, which you can't see because I've got it all wrapped, to connect it to the mid pipe into the catalytic, where it connects to the catalytic converter. That being said, the only hardware I need outside of the adapter and the pipe was the one clamp, which is just a 1.5-inch clamp for where it connects to the mid pipe. The rest of this is actually so snug that you don't need to clamp it or weld it. You just shove it on there super tight. You'll actually have to twist it to even get it to move into each other. Since these have so much less pressure than, say, a car does, you're not going to get any leaks or anything if you do it right. And then on top of that, I wrapped mine anyways, not only to hold the heat in, but because aesthetically I think it looks awesome. It looks dope. So the thing is, on the manual, it'll tell you to put your silencer in facing this away, so that the tall rounded top of it is facing this away, and they basically would just have it free floating in there. I tried that for like 2 seconds and decided that's definitely not going to happen, because it vibrated like crazy. You could hear it just pinging around in there. So what I did is I actually slid it in through this end. You can see it down in there. That's the bottom. Up here's the top, and just welded it in. Let's see if I can get it better. So just ran a couple little welds, and I gotta tell you, it worked out beautifully. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this thing up. Oh, I suppose I should put it in neutral. Tell it idle. It's not too bad. It's a little loud when you first start it. It's cold out here, so don't mind the smoke that you're seeing. But yeah, I'm super happy with it. Another thing to note is that if you get the black exhaust wrap, know that black coloring on it is going to burn off. It actually smoked a lot when I was riding the bike. I had people in cars like wondering if my bike was on fire. What you need to get is this right here. This is really good stuff. I had coated everything in that after I'd realized, which I'd already ordered it, but I hadn't put it on. And then I'd noticed that when I decided to redo my wrapping the first time, that everything was white. As soon as I unwrapped it, I saw it. You can kind of see it through here. That's some of that white I was talking about. If I hadn't sprayed it with that high temp spray, this would be completely white. Like there would be no black on it. So it's kind of interesting that they sent it with whatever that coating is. I guess that's just a marketing thing. It's definitely not an engineering thing, because it's just going to burn right off your bike. And not to mention, it smokes like crazy. I'm kind of surprised it's not a fire hazard as much as it was smoking. But this stuff that you coat it with that I just showed you is great. It doesn't smoke or anything. Holds up really well. Not to mention your stainless steel zip ties that you need to use for this. You can coat those with it as well, and it's not going to fade off or anything like that. And this stuff's pretty inexpensive. You can tell I even hit the clamp a little bit. I need to hit it again. I'll poly coat this thing one more time and call it a day. But for those of you out there with SV650 looking for a good, affordable exhaust option, this cost me less than $70 total. Not to mention, it sounds awesome. I mean, this thing, this old pipe sounded like a scooter. Not to mention, it's freaking heavy. Like, this is heavy. I plan on weighing it. I'm curious how much that weighs. It's got to be like at least 10 pounds. But this thing's so light. I mean, this weighs less than this weighs like what my running shoe does, this right here. So that has to help the balance of the bike. Maybe not by a ton, but it's something, and you take what you can get. Also, highly suggest doing the tidy kit. Still waiting on my new plate to come in, but getting that big dumb plastic piece off the back definitely helped the aesthetic of the bike a lot. It'll look better once I get this big plastic piece off for this temp plate and just get the small metal plate on there. I was actually debating on throwing on the axle mounted plate. I might still do that. You can get the brackets for like 20 bucks. I was debating on getting that and actually cutting this under here and taking this off so that I still have my turn signals. I do like having turn signals behind me because I do so much street riding. And then just putting my plate down here and mounting a little LED on it for at night. Also got my peg stands. Yeah, I think that's everything I've done to it so far, but that's all and I did get my cell phone mount, of course, my RAM mount. But that's everything I plan on doing as fall is hitting. I do believe come spring, which is when I'm going to start track daying it as well as running it, I'm going to replace this 160 on the rear with a 180. I've been doing a lot of research into that. If any of you have done that or known anyone who's done that and has any feedback on what that does for the ride, because I know there's always give and takes on stuff like that, please hit me up in the comments. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this was useful to someone. You have a good one.